Now, having encouraged the birds into your garden and onto the stick, you now need to photograph them. Now, if you had the big camera that I have with the long lens, you can take those pictures from a distance and not scare them off. But if you have a mobile phone or a compact phone, easiest way to deal with that is a bit of camouflage netting. So if you set up your stick, you don't need to be a metre away, maybe a bit more than that. You can get this in lots of places. Just put it up, hide behind it. The birds will get used to this, and you're close enough then, if you're quiet enough, to actually take pictures and get those stunning shots I know that you're going to be able to achieve. But when I'm actually out, as you see in the Wareham Forest, maybe down by the beach, you have to camouflage yourself. Now, that doesn't mean having to do too much if you don't want to. Wearing a bright orange jacket and walking along playing loud music, you're not going to see the wildlife. If you wear dark clothing, it's better. Being quiet, walking along nice and slowly and observing, that's the best way to photograph and see the wildlife. Now, when I go out, I do actually change, and I'll show you. Camouflage trousers, a green top, a camouflage waterproof jacket, because I do go out in all weathers, a dark green or type hat. Could be camouflage, but I prefer this one, and you'll see why in a minute. Even the camera gets camouflage, a camouflage waterproof cover. And finally, a piece of camouflage netting to cover the top of me. Now, some of you may be thinking this is a bit extreme, but I can assure you some of the pictures I've got where animals have got very close to me and not known I've been there. So as you can see from that previous shot, hopefully you couldn't see me. So if you couldn't see me very well, then the wildlife's not going to see me. And that's when, if you're patient, quiet, you will get the pictures that I get. One other thing I'm going to say to you is when you start to go out for the first time, do a little bit of research on the animals that you may want to photograph. Even if it's birds in your garden, have a read up. What best time is it that they come out? I've told you early morning, evening. The best time maybe to spot them, because some animals don't come out until certain times. And that way you also learn about the animals. I've taken a lot of pictures of barn owls, which you will see at the end of this video. And I did that over a period of time from the spring when they started to mate until the young fledged. And yes, there was a lot of hours spent. But some of the time, as I may have said, taking the photographs of these birds came second. And what I mean by that is I was so mesmerized by what I was seeing. And one example was in my camouflage outfit, the owl was flying past me, and if I put my hand out, it would have flown into my hand. And when it flies past you with a piece of prey, it is magical. And you have to experience that. And it's not just barn owls, it's deer, badgers, butterflies, all kinds of insects. So when you go out, don't go out being noisy. Go out wearing dark clothes, or if you're really going to get enthusiastic, camouflage, and watch and look and listen to what's around you. Insects, butterflies, it's about observing what they do. And yes, there is a lot of being patient, but the rewards are fantastic. When you're walking out in the forest, maybe walking along the shoreline, the beach, climbing up some mountain, it's great to carry one of these little books, and there's all types of books you can buy, information. And it's just great to be able to refer to these at things you might see and don't know. Many times I've been out, seen something, and I'm not an expert. What is that? And it's not until I've gone home, having tried, maybe photographed it, or if I'm not able to photograph it, I observe what it is, colour, size. I go home and then find out. There's the Garden Wildlife book, Wildlife of Britain. These are great information. If you've got a mobile phone, which many of us have, you're taking pictures with it, hopefully, but if you can get the internet, you can look it up on the internet as well. Hopefully after watching this video, it might inspire you to get out with a camera and start taking some pictures. And if it does, who knows where it will take you. I never dreamed I'll be sitting all hours in a field photographing barn owls. My wife actually says I'm mad. Well, maybe I am. But I know that when I come back after getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I've seen something stunning that nobody else has seen because they're still in bed, you can't take that away. And that's what it's all about for me. And if you get that picture, it's even better. And who knows, you may end up taking that picture that every photographer craves, and I know Freddie does as well behind the camera. If you get that one picture that is stunning, it might make you a lot of money. And one thing to remember, if you go out into the countryside, make sure you tell people where you're going or go with somebody. And if you go with somebody, it's much nicer because you have somebody to talk to and you can share the experience. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.